Hello, and welcome to Storytime with Saturena. Today we're going to be reading Little Red Riding Hood. This is a Sequoia Children's Publishing book. Let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother gave her a basket of bread and goodies. "Take this to grandmother's house," she said. Little Red Riding Hood gladly took the basket and skipped down the path. Little Red Riding Hood was on the forest path when a wolf began to follow her. "Good morning," said the wolf. "Where are you going this fine day?" "I am going to grandmother's house," answered Little Red Riding Hood. "May I join you?" asked the wolf in a friendly voice. Little Red Riding Hood knew she wasn't supposed to talk to strangers, but she was happy to have someone to walk with. When she stopped to pick flowers, the wolf sneaked away. It turns out this wolf wasn't a friendly wolf at all. He was a hungry beast who wanted to have grandmother for dinner and Little Red Riding Hood for dessert. The wolf easily found grandmother's house and pretended to be Little Red Riding Hood at the door. In his best little girl's voice, he said, "Grandmother, it's Little Red Riding Hood. I brought you some goodies. May I come in?" Grandmother could see the wolf from her window, so she hid in her closet and waited for the wolf to go away. But the wolf didn't leave. The wolf dressed in grandmother's nightgown, bonnet, and glasses. Then he crawled into her bed and waited. Little Red Riding Hood knocked softly. "Come in, my dear," answered the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood noticed that grandmother looked very strange. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," answered the wolf. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to see you with, my dear," answered the wolf. "Grandmother, what big teeth you have," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to eat you with, my dear," answered the wolf. "Oh no!" she cried. Father heard Little Red Riding Hood's cry echo through the forest. He ran to the cottage and chased away the wolf. Grandmother, father, and Little Red Riding Hood ate their basket of goodies together, and Little Red Riding Hood promised to never, ever speak to strangers again. The end.